Jim has this connection with Bob Marley. That's been a large part of his life. And when he found out that my middle name was Marley, he said, "Nah," he's just, "No." I said, "Yeah." And it turns out that my father's middle name was Marley. His father's first name was Marley. So I told Jim, I said, it has to be a cosmic coincidence. Although he's not totally satisfied with that. In the living room was a pot-bellied stove, that coal stove that heated the whole house. That was it. My grandma cooked on a steel wood fire in the kitchen, and that was the kitchen stuff. But in the living room, that was where everything happened. And my uncles would come and their friends, and it was just like a hoedown. I mean, there were one or two fiddles playing all the time, banjos, guitars, singing, a little white lightning, a little beer. I mean, it was, but I just, as a child, that was, wow. I mean, I really liked that. So, of course, kids had to sit out away from where the adults were back in those days, So that was one thing, and I reviewed the family. Of course, Jeff, my son, he was a tremendous guitarist, self-taught, and they performed in New York City, Cleveland. They toured, and was going to be offered a contract, and that's when he decided that they kind of had their run, and that's not what he wanted to pursue. But many people told me that he was as good a guitarist as they've ever heard. His brother, he and another of his lady friends would perform. He would sound like Andre Bocelli singing, and he played keyboard. My niece Christina Aguilera, there's a little talent there in music. Her mom, my sister, paints. I mean, it's, that does all of that. Of course, and there's Jim. And I wasn't surprised when I found out that Jim played 10, 12 instruments, wrote music, just a multi-talented, because of what I just shared with you, that I wasn't shocked that he was, but we went to Toronto to see him perform. It was in a bistro of some sort, and wow, I mean, they were doing reggae. That's when I think they had a group called Pressure Job. John's fantastic. So that multi-talent, he was in keeping with the whole family, which is I think was and probably be his passion till he's no longer on this earth. So.